Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where did I leave this? Hello. Did I get a new look? I got a haircut like a week ago. Not in Minus World. Did I leave it in emotes? I don't remember doing that, but maybe I did. You're gonna see the Mario movie on Tuesday. Very nice. I will do my best to not talk about it then. I did save the Tails emote, didn't I? Maybe I did not. I thought I did. Yeah, didn't I call it like Tails Oof or something? I can't remember. Hopefully this or next weekend. Okay. Mario. Have I seen the movie? Yes, I saw it last night. I started quite late today. Yeah, I'm okay. I had other responsibilities I needed to attend to before stream, and unfortunately it did get extended a lot more than I thought it was going to. Um but everything's good. It was just a matter of I didn't expect uh the thing that I was doing to take so long, and then other things came up after that. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna start late today. That's fine. I didn't save it in Minus World, did I? I could have sworn I did save it. Maybe I didn't. Did my computer pull a prank on me again? No, it did not. Have I seen the Winnie the Pooh horror movie? I have not, no. People saying I'm late? You're saying I'm late. What do you mean? Spoilers, Luigi is Mario's brother. It's true. I was I wanted to like see if I could make the emote while we waited for people to show up, but I can't find the Tails screenshot. And I know I saved it specifically so that I could make the emote, but oh, here it is, Chad Tails. Found it. Okay. Well, no, because that was one thing, right? Wasn't there another? I'm thinking of the wrong thing then. Because there was a Tails thing, right? This is the one I saved. I don't think I saved the other one. Oh well, I'll have to go back on the footage and find which one it was. Was I just busy as a new time block? No. I was just busy today. But I'm glad that you do bring up a new time block because I was thinking about it today, and I kind of came to the realization that like I really, unfortunately, probably can't. I might have to take a streaming hiatus for a little bit. Halfway through April, so maybe like a week from now, to focus on actual video creation. Just because like I have found that even making easy videos is difficult. Just because I find myself not having enough time. Even with like the change in schedule, like there's just so much to do around the house and like with this new lifestyle, and I've just found it incredibly difficult to manage it. I wanted to see the one where he was cringing. Yes, but I don't remember what comic that was. Yeah. And I thought I saved that, but maybe I didn't. Cringe Tales? Cringing Tales. This Tales says cringe. Nah. I don't have a file under that name. My bad. But yeah. So we're gonna continue with the Mecha Madness special written by Michael Gallagher with art by Spaz. This is where we left off last time. Sonic requested himself to be roboticized. Sally said no, even though she did basically the same thing. And they're like, no, because we don't have the thing that worked before, that clearly worked before, but that we don't know work. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Did Sally know that it fell out? Or, because she could have said something, right? Because they knew that it worked, I'm pretty sure. Didn't they run some tests to know that it would work? So wouldn't Sally have been like, wait, I mean... Yeah. You want to apologize for yesterday with the raid? No, that's okay. You couldn't have known. It's... Sometimes that's just the luck of the... to be fair, you suggested them, and I picked it. So if anything, it sort of falls on me. So yeah, Knack shows up, knocks the shit out of him. Bunny fights Sonic, or Mecha Sonic. Mecha Sonic nukes everybody, wins. Knuckles shows up to save the day, but will he save the day? Is this the... okay, I won't be a dick. Sonic's request to allow himself to be roboticized is rejected by the Knothole Council. Sonic is ambushed by escaped convict Knack the Weasel and taken to Robotropolis. Robotnik finally creates the real Mecha Sonic. Mecha Sonic battles Bunny Rabot on his way to destroy Knothole Village. Knuckles arrives, loses his fight with Mecha Sonic. Is this the end of the Freedom Fighters? Tune in now. What happened with the raid? So we showed up, said our message with the raid, and then the hosts of the stream just didn't really acknowledge anybody. I guess maybe because they weren't looking at chat or something. So it was just kind of a bust. Like, we couldn't really... The raid didn't exactly... I mean, not that it didn't matter, but, like, it just was not acknowledged, you know? They could check to see if the chip was still there, even though Snively was the one who saw it on the floor. No. What I'm saying is that, like, Sally knows that the chip was in, like, on her ear or whatever. And then, did they put it, like, did they slip it back? I don't remember. Like, did they slip it back after she was de-roboticized? Because wouldn't she have noticed, like, oh, the chip isn't there? You know what I mean? Did I see the post-credits sequel bait from the Mario movie? So no, we didn't. We weirdly did not stick around. We saw the mid-credits sequence, and I didn't know if there was going to be a post-credits one, but it was already getting kind of late by the time, like, the movie ended, and I was like, okay, we kind of need to go. So they did not slip it back? Okay. So, I mean, then why did they not question where it went? No spoilers. I'm not gonna spoil it. No, I'm not gonna talk about what happens in it. But yeah, if you want sort of an opinion on what I thought about the Mario movie, go check my Twitter. Yeah. Did comment on my archive of yesterday's video. Oh, did they? Interesting.
Sonic the Hedgehog is about to trash Knothole. You have your orders, mister.
Yes, your majesty. Catch, Twan.
Alors, she's serious?
Oh, wait, Knuckles got... Oh, I forgot that Knuckles got beat.
She's the princess!
You bet I am. Now move out, Antoine. Stand by with Knuckles. Nicole, I want a full sweep of the village. Working. As you commanded, Knothole has been evacuated. Mecha Sonic is inflicting heavy damage, but it's all structural.
Sally gave Tails the coded order, and that's true.
I can't believe he disobeyed a direct order. Sonic's behavior borders on mutiny. I will be happy to form a subcommittee and start an investigation. Delay that, Buster. I'm giving the orders here. Rotor, bring me the bot maker.
Yes'm.
Give me the skinny. Is this thing ready to go?
Wow, Gallagher writes Sally very differently. Maybe it's just because she's mad, but I feel like this isn't how she talks. Yeah, Mario does in fact go, wahoo! That's true.
As you know, we acquired this Portobot from Robotnik after our first Bunny Rabot encounter.
Wait, you kept it? I don't remember that happening.
Although it was damaged, I've been repairing it as you ordered. I think it's operational.
Why, though? Like, what purpose would that serve? I mean, like, I guess this one, but, I mean, did they think this might happen? Isn't it, like, super dangerous to do that?
Although it was damaged, I've been repairing it as you ordered. I think it's operational.
You think? Have these things been tested?
Probably not, because of how dangerous doing so would be, right?
I don't know that... I know the answer to that question. No, but it's about to be.
So, Sally, if I may speak freely, if we do this, haven't we sunk to Robotnik's level? Are we no better than him?
A2, Rotor.
A2 Rotor what? What the fuck do you mean, A2 Rotor? If everyone is suggesting that this is a bad idea, then, you know, maybe it's a bad idea. You can't just be like, everyone's against me. Why does everyone think that this is such a bad idea? Clearly, if I, the princess, the only one whose opinion matters, thinks that this is a good idea, and nobody else does, then clearly it's a good idea.
Listen, you guys, we've got to fight fire with fire. We must use every weapon at our disposal to ensure survival. Planet Mobius is at stake. Let freedom ring!
Huh? Mecha Sonic! Must destroy!
Oof!
Knuckles, no!
He's delirious.
Incoming fat figure! Robotnik! Knuckles! Must protect!
That's enough. I need the freedom fighters. I need all the freedom fighters I can get at this point.
The only person I know, I've only known one person who could take me down with a flat flip back kick. Princess Sally Acorn.
Hello, Nux. It's been a long time.
Are you gonna kiss him too? What is happening?
Yeah, remember when your dad, King Acorn, would vacation on the floating island? My father was the guardian back then.
Those were simpler times. Summer nights on the beach, no Robotnik. Oh my, I smell gossip, just when I need to revive.
Okay. Incoming fat figure said unironically. How did Knuckles get there? I think Sally told Tails to tell Knuckles that they were in trouble, and then he showed up because he was like, yeah, I would do favors for my old friend or whatever, and then that's why he's here, I think. This is not the first time they've met since, right? Why are they reminiscing now? No, they met on the floating island when the whole Chaotix thing happened, and then they just got captured and didn't, I guess, had the time to catch up. I don't know. What happened to we should treat Knuckles as an enemy? That's a good point! I forgot about that! Having girl troubles, hoping to get cheered up. I hope you get cheered up too. Welcome.
Robotnik, enough reminiscing. We've got work to do.
Oh, yeah, right. Mecha Sonic is still on the loose. I got an old roboticizer and Neuro Overrider standing by, Knuckles.
Why are you trusting this? Why are you trusting this process when last time you did it... Wait. Also, hold on. If this is your fucking plan, right? Why did you say no to Sonic in the last story? It's their last resort? But they said no last time! I don't... God damn it. It's like... Fuck this.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Wait, let me explain the risks. Let me explain the cramp it puts on your social life.
Explain it after you turn me into Mecha Knuckles.
It has begun. I weep for us.
Swing low, sweet chariot.
Sonic the Hedgehog is obliterating Knothole Village. It's a good thing I had the place evacuated. There's no one here except... Uh-oh! Me! Oh, I've been spotted! Freedom Fighter codename, Tails, eliminate.
Oh, wait, I think I was giving him Sammy's voice. My bad.
Yeah, I'm out of here!
Rapid aerial acceleration. Target still within range. Coordinates fed to weapon system. I must.
Mecha Sonic.
Yes, Lord Robotnik.
Kumo with the 5, thank you so much. Didn't Sally not know what the floating island was when it came over, and now she goes away with... You're right! Yeah, because she was like, what the hell is that? And then, like, Rotor or, like, Tails and Knuckles had to... Tails and Sonic had to explain it to her because they were like, yeah, no, we've been there, and, like, we met this dude named Knuckles, and I'm like, oh, is he hot? Like, dude, how are they retconning this shit so quickly? You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind... If you're gonna retcon something... I understand, but the fact that it was so relatively, right, because it is relative, because we're reading them back to back, these came out like months apart, but like relatively quickly, you know what I mean? The Lumen with a 5, we went from me enjoying a Sonic story last stream to losing my mind in a Sonic story, and he said story last stream was an April Fool's. Yes, exactly, yeah. So why do we call him Sammy? I think that was during the playing every Sonic game marathon. We just personify. What I like to do a lot of the time when I stream is like I improvise and I like give these characters silly, you know, side stories or whatever while maintaining the main plot. And I think we made Metal Sonic just really sweet and really nice, but like very misunderstood, and everyone treats him like a villain. And like we just gave him the name Sammy just so we didn't have to call him Metal Sonic every single time. It was short for Samsung, if I recall. Was it actually? That sounds like something we would do. Frost with the 5, you said it before. The writers do not know how to write the Saturday morning characters from their cartoon counterparts and will change their personalities. Yeah, but I mean, it's still annoying. I can still complain about it every single time. I named him Sammy during the poorly dubbed. That's what I mean. I mean, he hasn't been in a poorly dubbed, though. Like, he was in the poorly dubbed, again, during the marathon. I haven't done a poorly dubbed of Heroes yet.
Yes, Lord Robotnik.
Did I detect some agitation? Your orders are to wipe out all of your former allies.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind. I'll do it myself. Give me your coordinates. I've got a stockpile of nuclear bombs I'm dying to use.
Send you the location of Knothole.
Yes, you mecha moron. You are my slave. Do as I say immediately.
Yes, of course. Sorry, Master. The numbers are...
Something I never fully understand, right, is that, like, you clearly must have a camera on Mecha Sonic, right? Or on your Badniks, on your whatever, right? Or you have a radar that shows you their location, correct? How do you not already know where the entrance to Knothole is? Like, it's weird to me that he knows where Mecha Sonic is relatively, but it's like, why do you not know the exact location? You know what I mean? Is the whole marathon just a con to get content for the next poorly dubbed? Maybe. No.
One moment. I have to put your call on hold.
Wait, why are you good? Do you have the neural overrider already on you? Because you sort of jumped into the roboticizer really quickly. I don't think they had the time to put the neural overrider on you.
Mecha Knuckles is in charge now, and the first thing I'm gonna do is sever your old communications with all blah blah balls.
How
How dare, oh shit. Obviously you have retained your normal echidna personality. How?
Gracious!
That flaw shall be your undoing.
Mon Dieu!
It's the battle of the Sega century! Ugh.
Who will prevail?
They're very evenly matched. The only thing in our favor is that Mecha Knuckles has fresh legs. In your face. Ow.
Right, Mecha Knuckles has already battled Bunny and Knuckles in his normal form. Or, sorry, Mecha Sonic has already battled Bunny and Knuckles in his normal form. Looky yonder, Tails is coming in low.
Plus, you let the echidna keep his free will. I'll end this quickly by letting you have it with both barrels and both middle fingers in the air. Bring it on, my magnetic nut claws will disperse your blast and drain your batteries.
Why have they never called it Nut Claws in the games? That's such a cool name. I mean, it's a silly name, but it's kind of cool.
Minimal energy, metal fatigue. Tell it to someone who gives a fuck. Meanwhile, enjoy the spin cycle. Admit it, Hedgehog, your life's in a rut. Mecha Sonic got trenched.
Fire in the hole!
To paraphrase Hendrix, excuse me while I diss this guy.
We have a blue hedgehog and a red echidna who turned into robots. One of them controlled by a large fat man. The other who has been able to retain his memory because of a neural overrider that a walrus created. And somehow the stupidest thing about that whole scenario is that the metallic red echidna referenced Jimi Hendrix. Okay.
Incoming speed square divided by atmospheric pressure, add impact angle plus acceleration, computed, execute. To put it in layman's terms, you can understand, Mecha Knuckles. This wallop will send you directly into the heart of Robotropolis. Say hello to the nuclear warheads for me. He's right. I'm gonna hit the city at subsonic speed. No way to stop. Your destruction as ass, assured. But I don't like to travel alone, Mecha Sonic. By inverting the polarity in my claws, I create a massive magnetic field. I play my card in reverse trap mode. By playing Pot of Greed upside down at an angle of 70 degrees, I create some bullshit scenario where I win. One you'll find impossible to resist. I'm being magnetized.
How does that work? It doesn't. It's a comic. Don't worry about it.
If I'm going down, you're coming with me. No, release me, you fool.
So dumb. Stop giving the references to characters who shouldn't know them. Exactly. Exactly. He is voiced by Dan Green. Is that intentional? Sure.
Sonic the Hedgehog couldn't have survived that blast even in his mechanized form. I doubt Monsieur Echidna could have either. Indeed, the odds are against it. Then Sonic and Knuckles! Excuse me a moment. I got fallout in my eye.
You're dead then. You basically have cancer now. That's terrible, actually.
Gosh, it's not always easy at the top.
What?
Oui, uneasy young the clown.
Oh, because she's like top of the hierarchy? Is that what you mean? That's a weird thing to say for somebody who's grieving. I'd be uneasy if I were at ground zero. You'd be dead if you were at ground zero. At that moment, Ground Zero smolders. A massive crater in the midsection of Robotropolis sizzles with radiation. SWAT bots were vaporized. Factories and toxic trash reduced to molten slag. Wait, where's Emmy and where's Ayan? Molten slag! The air is filled with poisons! The eerie silence is suddenly broken. Yo, what's up, Elbat? Thank you for the 2. What'd you miss? They fought. Knuckles became a robot.
Gadzooks! That's the biggest backfire of my illustrious career! Lucky I saw the incoming combatants and retreated to my shelter.
Wow, you're very fast.
My. Those two did major damage. It'll take lots of rebuilding to... What's this? Something moving in the rubble. Could it be... Did Mecha Sonic survive the impact? Yes, he's badly damaged but repairable. Can I build a bot or what? Guess what? I survived the battle too. Then it occurred to me, our fight scene didn't have the required headbutt. But how did you come through the blast with less damage? Let's just say you don't build them like you used to. Tell me.
But, well, I guess it was repaired by Rotor. But I was gonna say, like, but the one that you came out of was an older model, so like.
I was roboticized by one of their old units, built before you started using inferior foreign parts. Not only that, the Mecha Sonic unselfishly turned himself in front of me as we hit, taking the full brunt.
Oh, let's just say you don't build them like you used to, as in like, oh, okay, I got it, my bad. I don't know why that would be the case, why you wouldn't have better materials now, but sure.
So much for your brain burning through system. Somehow Sonic retained a bit of himself.
Somehow Palpatine has returned.
Lots out, fatty! I wish it was as confident as I'm trying to sound. The nuclear firestorm was no picnic for me either. Mecha Sonic is critical.
Malfunction.
Holy baloney! It's them! Call Sally!
Princess, come back! Look! Sonic the Hedgehog is alive! Or at least Mecha Sonic is. Oh, Knuckles, you did it!
Maybe, Sal, old girl. Your boyfriend's in bad shape. I'll say.
It's a good Antoine pose.
Come here, you great big hunk of echidna. I could suck your dick right now.
Ugh, easy, kid. I'm damaged goods, too.
Why are you making them actually sound like they're flirting? I'm damaged goods? Who says that?
Confirmed. Mecha Knuckles tolerance levels beyond maximum. Danger of burnout. You cannot date each other. You could not suck his dick if you tried.
I'm hearing voices.
That's my computer, Nicole, and she's right about you.
What? Ayan asked something? Oh, you called me an enemy. Do I need something? Oh, yeah. I just said, the comic said molten slag, and I wanted you to hear that.
Tails, escort Mecha Knuckles to the Portabot and set it to de-robotization.
Let me get this straight. You had a roboticizer. Portable roboticizer that Rotor rebuilt. You had neuralizers that would ensure that Sonic's personality wouldn't change. And that same roboticizer had the capability of de-roboticizing, meaning that Sonic was at no risk whatsoever. When were you planning on running tests, right? When were you planning on running tests to see if the roboticizer worked, if the neuralizer worked, if the deroboticizer worked? When exactly were you planning on testing all these things? Right? Because you clearly didn't want Sonic to go on his mission because it was too dangerous. Meaning that you hadn't tested all the necessary things that you had, which you assumedly did for a reason. Then do it with Knuckles. See that? I don't know, man.
And what of Sonic?
Assumedly send him through the shit too, right? What are you waiting for? Why do you need to even ask that?
Right! Come on, Red! You know how that old roboticizer works. Its built-in reversal system can only debot the same creature it mechanized.
Why?
Yes, but the real Sonic is in here.
Why does it matter? Like, why would that be the case? Okay, dumbass rules.
No. I do not
Deserve to live.
I betrayed my
Friends and loved ones.
Sonic, you are in there. Here, Rotor, take Nicole and figure out a way to save Sonic. That's why you get science officer pay. I'll be over here. It's you and me, big boy.
Almost ready, Sally. My aching everything.
So we can't put Bunny inside of it, or can we? We should be able to. It's the same machine that roboticized Bunny, but I guess she just wants to stay like that, which I don't blame her. She's badass this way, but I don't know. In fact, now that I think about it, she still retains the Bunny consciousness, and they see that that's the case, and her enhancements make her one of the strongest characters of the Freedom Fighters. Why don't they all just subject all of their bodies to that? Like, make their legs and their arms robotic? Robotnik would be dead within the hour. Like, she said she likes the robot parts advantage. Okay, so why doesn't everyone else try to do that too, and then just de-roboticize yourself afterwards?
System reversed!
See you on the flip side, Mustang Sally. I call you a Mustang because I can't wait to ride you.
I salute you, Knuckles. My, oh my, I never saw her do that. The tablets will have a field day. If all goes well, he'll be out in about 3 minutes.
Wait, so roboticization is instant, but de-robotization takes a while? That's interesting. I wonder why.
Keep an eye on him, Tails. I'll be over by Sonic and Rotor. Give me your report.
It's remarkable, Your Majesty. Nicole has made an astonishing discovery inside Sonic. I'll let her tell you.
Thank you, Rotor. As we all know, Sonic recently acquired one of his 1 billionth magic ring. It took him on a surreal journey. When it brought him back to his reality, the ring surrounded him with a protective, mystical aura. Yes, so? Unknown to us, it also created an internal shield. Although his aura didn't prevent mechanization, it did absorb and retain Sonic's life force. Robotnik's brain burn-through device couldn't penetrate the magic field. Sonic's personality still resides there. Wonderful! Let's retrieve it ASAP! Well, over to you, Rotor.
Oh, thanks a lot! Sally, normally I'd hook up Mecha Sonic to my lab full of equipment to try and bring him back.
To try to bring, him back? Or period him back? I don't know.
But it's toast along with the rest of Not Whole Village.
Oh dear, maybe we can salvage some components.
I'm afraid he doesn't have much time, Princess.
Indeed, I'm late for
expiration date.
Your Highness, I have the data. Plug me into Mechasonic and I'll try to instigate the retro procedure.
Are you about to fucking tell me that Nicole can de-roboticize now? because Sonic has a magic whatever the fuck for no reason. I don't mind that like calling me up for what? Wait, what did I say?
Can she do that, Rotor?
I doubt it, Sally. The required energy would. Hey, ow!
Don't listen to him, Princess. Catch me. Nicole?
You can jump? You can do things? You can what?
Look, machines are always getting a bad rap around here. Let me try. It's our only chance. I will play the beginning of the Titanic song for you. She does make a compelling argument. I love Celine Dion. Very well, my loyal computer. It's up to you. Go for it.
Darklink, member for 9 months. Thank you so much. How's it going? Hope my day's been good so far and you finally managed to get all 905 Pokemon home yesterday. Dear God, that's awesome. Good for you. What was I going to say? I don't mind? I don't remember. I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh, I don't mind if, like, they established previously that, like, the 1 billionth ring gave him some weird-ass powers or whatever, but now it's just like, hey, remember the one time that happened? Yeah, he has magic powers now that, like, let him retain his consciousness conveniently. You know what I mean? Like...
Acknowledged. Internal ring crust accessed. System link. Age aligned. Output to maximum. Engage.
At first, nothing seemed to happen. Seemed to be happening. Then all at once, raw magic energy ripples outward, overriding reality, restoring the true spiritual and physical essence of Sonic the Hedgehog, who looks like he has been hit by a train. He's probably even going to say, did someone get the license plate on that truck?
It worked! I can't believe it! You're all right!
I will be after this migraine headache lets up.
Woo! Woo.
Nice job, Nicole! Well, look who's back in blue.
I mean, he was blue before.
That's right. It's me, Knuckles. Good as new. Huh, don't get up.
What is he doing here?
You mean you don't remember? Ha! A likely story.
What am I doing here? Only saving everybody from you, Spawn Brain.
Yeah, right. Go on back to your floating island, kid nerd.
Okay, that was a pretty good one. Kid nerd.
You don't have to ask me twice. I might have known you'd be ungrateful. Forget it, Sally. I'm flying home. I'll call you sometime, after you dump Mr. Congeniality there.
But I wanted to... me... Oh, drat.
What the... I turn into a robot for like an issue and you're cucking me again?
Nice going, hothead, after Nux saved all our butts.
What are you talking about? Last thing I remember is being roboticized. Handcuffs? What's this, some kind of joke?
Au contraire, Sonic, you're under arrest.
Juan?
Kingdom of Acorn, Rulebook Section L, Paragraph 73. Nicole? Nicole? Any subject disobeying a direct order must be tried for treason. And Sonic did that when he allowed Robotnik to mechanize him.
No, that's not what happened!
Save it for the court, Sonic. Sally! I'm afraid Antoine is right. The law is clear. Take the traitor in.
Gonna keep a counter. Sally's definitely just friends. No, I can't. I can't possibly. The ring also gave him a drink holder and a coupon for PS Plot Armor Shop customer service and Power Rings Inc. is incredible. It sure is.
This can't be happening!
You're all nuts! I've been framed!
Why does nuts have an apostrophe? What is it a contraction of? You're all nut is. Not us.
You have the right to remain silent.
the end of Mecha Sonic, but stay tuned for Sonic number 40 featuring the court martial of Sonic the Hedgehog. Robotnik rules. A cool illustration. It's amazing! It's amazing while a battle has been won on planet Moby. Oh. What? Oh, yeah, sure. Another battle is being lost on the floating island!
We are not natural enemies, small one, but the air is the domain of Predator Hawk!
They call this boy mighty? Well, he's pretty weak when it comes to guerrilla warfare.
Don't let the island hit you on the way down.
Sergeant Simeon to Squad 2. Our landing has set off an alarm.
Proceed to point B with caution. I don't know this voice yet. And at point B,
Something's not cool because Charmy and Mighty are gone for too long. This ain't no false alarm, yo. I thought things would be cool while Knuckles was away, but it seems like we've got intruders. Right, SPO? Guess you won't talk when you're in spy mode.
That won't help against me.
Who? Who is this? What is happening? Why does everyone call Sonic by Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, at the beginning of each issue, it's because like they have to show the main character, like Sonic the Hedgehog in blah blah blah. So it's like they kind of incorporate it into that. But I mean, they don't call him by his full name every time. Who is this man's? I have no idea who is this man's. How long is the spoiler window for the Mario movie in chat? I would give it a week or two, I would say. Probably a week. I don't know.
Who needs to see what you can when my keen senses can let me catch your scent, even hear your heartbeat? What? No way you could have seen me. SPO, look out!
That was more like Hero's Vector than it was. Is that a Froge? It's a fucking Froge.
Better watch your own tushy.
A dude fast enough to tag me?
I heard you have a rather smooth nose, but you're nothing compared to a flying frog like me.
Yeah, well, when you're talking fast moves, nobody can match lightning links.
Oh, he's a Lynx, I guess.
Squad 2 to Sarge, we got the drop on the chameleon and the croc.
Sure. As our strange invaders convene.
These soldiers don't know battle lesson 1. One of the best advantages is the element of surprise.
These four were certainly no challenge.
Honestly, the Hawk dude looks pretty cool. Or what was he? He wasn't a hawk, right? Oh, he was. Never mind. Wait, hold on. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Suddenly,
well, here's lesson 2. 4 different animals like us can still play possum.
Lesson 3, never underestimate an opponent's speed.
Or strength.
Don't forget lesson 4.
The value of teamwork. Or lesson 5.
Small things can pack a big punch.
Yeah.
Okay, talk. Who are you and what do you want?
The only thing you'll learn today are names, ranks, and serial numbers. And the most important lesson of all, laddie.
Huh?
Always expect the unexpected. You've already met my fearsome foursome. Now allow me to introduce myself. I am the former ruler of Mobius.
Mammoth Mogul is introduced this early on? I didn't know that.
In its future lord and master.
What voice should I even give Mammoth Mogul? Because I know he sticks around for a while. By your girl to a fearsome foursome. The nerd bird from Deltarune. Oh yeah, he does kind of look like Birdly. It's Vandal Savage. I know Mammoth Mogul, yeah!
In its future lord and master, I am the supreme being known as Mammoth Mogul. I was born on Mobius eons ago, long after the birth of the ancient walkers, but centuries before most modern races. Life then was fraught with mystery and danger, and a bolt of energy from an unknown jewel which would have caused death granted me almost limitless power instead. I used that power to become master of all I surveyed. But over the millennia, the race has evolved, gaining strength and independence. They revolted, and I was dethroned.
Hey, it's that one dude, remember?
Yes, I did say millennia. That unknown jewel's energy had granted me power and immortality. And over time, I discovered that the jewel was the most potent form of energy in the universe. Yes, a Chaos Emerald. And as you can see, I have an affinity for them. Now, eons after waiting, my time has come. I will increase my power 1,000-fold by taking the floating island's Chaos Emerald. Then I will oust Robotnik and regain my position as Mobius's rightful ruler.
Look at his split eyes in that one panel. Oh yeah, this one? The one where he's 10,000 years old?
Ah, I like doing this sometimes. It makes me feel goofy.
You know, what the fuck is with Espio's face there? Jesus.
A being of your wisdom deserves to be worshipped. So let's give him the respect he deserves. It seems I've erred. That time is not right. No matter, I have plenty of time to plan anew. And when I'm ready, I will return.
Sure you will, tough guy.
And we'll be waiting.
Wow. Wait, you could have easily beat the shit out of him. I don't know. If you can't even stop 4 random dudes, what chance do you think you have? And constantly changes shape. It really is. Mogul spits out long ass speeches on how strong, powerful he is to read quicker. I mean, I'll try. Because you demanded it, the 40 Fathoms of Freedom Fighters in Eel of Fortune. Roll call, Ray, Bivalve, Bottlenose, PB, and Jellyfish.
Hey, I'd know that slimy silhouette anywhere. It's our old enemy, Octobot. What are you doing in these waters, 8-Ball? Carrying out more of Robotnik's evil plans?
PB Jellyfish, don't sting me. I'm just passing through on my way out of here.
You expect me to believe that?
I don't care what you believe. Just stand aside. I'm not hanging around now that he's here.
He who?
Me.
I'm Emil Capone, see? Boss of the underwater underworld. And you're floating in my territory, bunk.
You must be nuts.
Is that so? Well, you're gonna be some seagull supper when I'm finished with you.
Stand by. You're about to experience tentacle difficulty.
Not likely, Jelly Belly. My hide muscle will see to that.
Okay, fine.
Ow! Yow! A mob of murderous mollusks!
Get 'em, boys!
Sometime later.
He's coming out of it! Are you okay, PB?
Ray, Bivalve. Oh my gosh, I got it worked over by...
Yes, the PIA told us it was Il Capone.
What'll we do?
I don't know. He's a dangerous dude.
And well protected. Those muscles almost did me in.
What about our big fella, Fluke the blue whale?
No, Fluke's migrating. He stays in nautical miles from me.
We've got to stop Capone. He'll enslave us all and ruin our environment. Why does everyone call Angel Island the floating island? Because in the manuals for Sonic 3 and Sonic CD, it was known as the floating island. They didn't start calling it Angel Island until Sonic Adventure.
Fear not, my aquatic allies. I'll stop the swimming serpent. You!
Bottles! The dolphin! Eel Capone, really? Does he have a moral stance against selling soda or something? You!
Okay, you guys, my territorial boundary ends here, at the continental shelf.
Oh, clam up. I told you I was on edge. Jeez, a 2-mile drop-off.
It would seem you don't know much about current events, Eel.
Huh? Who said that?
For example, I can create a current that'll blow your muscles over the cliff. That's quite an event.
Yikes! What the...
Oh, goodbye, cruel world.
Holy baloney! All my hired muscle dropping into the murky deep and being crushed by the water pressure. Whoever did this just want a ticket to Davy Jones's
Oh.
You don't stand a chance against the master of the marine martial arts. I am a Finja warrior. Hi-yah! Now to finish you off with one of my Finja starfish. When you wake up in an Aquatraz, tell them you were taken down by Bottlenose. Love those threads.
Nice work, pal.
Thanks. I'm glad all my training finally paid off. What a triumph! It should be immortalized in song. Well, if you insist. Why not? Let's cruise past the coral reef.
So silly. This is cruel and unusual punishment. Oh. When a dolphin hits you like a big piece of veal, that's amore. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Wow, that sure was a story. Hold on. Did we? Yeah, we read all those already. That's right, because we needed to. So we're on to Sonic the Hedgehog number 40. What did you guys think of the Mecha Madness special? It was a special. The Hedgehog number 40. November. Yeah, that's correct. It was cool, was it? What was the point of that story? Because you asked for it. You demanded it. It was you.
Recent events are like a series of photos in my mind.
Oh.
Me, Sonic the Hedgehog.
First, the Knothole Council rejects my proposal to let myself be roboticized, so I went to the gym to blow off some steam when I was ambushed by Knack the Weasel.
Hold on.
Knack turned me over to Ivo Robotnik.
It looks like it says no Robotnik.
Unable to resist, he turned on his roboticizer and turned me into Mecha Sonic. Unable to resist, I wreaked havoc upon my former allies, destroying most of Knothole Village. I was forced to fight Bunny Rabbi and my friendly nemesis, Knuckles. In a bold and desperate move, Sally had Knucks roboticized, creating Mecha Knuckles. This was an epic battle. It ended ugly, with both of us crashing into Robotropolis, setting off a stockpile of nuclear bombs. Afterward, my enchanted magic ring, number 1 billion, restored my true and physical spiritual self. Trouble is, everybody thinks I disobeyed the council, a mutinous act.
Mecha Madness special number 1. There's another Mecha Madness special later on? I don't see it. oh, as in like the first story in the Mecha Madness special. Okay, my bad.
They put me in here, in this jailhouse. Me!
Hello, Sonic. I am your best friend now, Flood.
Mike Mad Dog Gallagher. All right, Gallagher. Dave Depressive Manak. Damn. Look at all these nicknames.
The prisoner will be silent.
Well, I'll beat it in your face when this trial is over, Antoine. You're the one who brought these charges against me.
Haven't you already perpetrated enough violence upon us? Now you will add assaulting the new commander to the list?
Commander? Ha! You've only been in charge because everyone important is helping me build Knothole. I agree to do this Sally's way and not try to escape. You're just a babysitter.
I love that he's blaming Antoine when, like... Oh, change the current issue. You are correct. Thank you. He's blaming Antoine when Sally has carte blanche on what the hell happens to the characters because she's, you know, the fucking princess. And she could easily be like, yes, you are pardoned because you didn't know what the hell you were doing. But instead, she's just like, yes, take him away because he was bad. He disobeyed my orders. So it's just like, if anyone, you should be blaming Sally. You know what I mean?
Quiet! I have the most important job of all! Planning the parade, honoring my coronation. If you'll excuse moi, I have an appointment with the caterer.
The Perfect Party by Martha Schrewart. Yeah. Do you think Snoop Dogg is an actual dog in this universe?
Sheesh! Just when the freedom fighters are exposed and vulnerable to attack by Robotnik, Commander Antoine is picking out table settings.
Are they vulnerable, though? Because you guys literally blew up Robotropolis with your nuclear explosion, and he still has to rebuild everything. I think you guys are good right now. You guess Sally just doesn't trust that he was captured by Fang, even though that's entirely possible? Indeed, yes. I'm doing good, Lucas. How are you doing? I have seen the Mario movie, yes.
I should be out there helping, but I'm stuck here like a villain.
Sonic is no villain! Sally should be chillin'! Sonic is no villain! Sally should be chillin'!
Huh?
Oh, that's even better.
Sonic is no villain! Sally should be chillin'! Well, what do you know? It's my best pen pal and biggest fan, Amy Rose. The feisty little hedgehog still on my side. 1, 2, 3, 4! Open up the jailhouse door!
Fuck, I love Amy so far.
Free Sonic! Free Sonic!
Hello, Sally.
Rotor? Isn't she sweet? She just worships Sonic. If only it were that simple.
Shawshank! Shawshank!
Sonic's pen pal turned propagandist. The pipeline is real. Indeed. Hell, she doesn't know he was captured. I mean, yeah, but I mean, have they, like, set him on trial or anything? Because, like... We're gonna talk what is Sonic's against Sally, because, right, she's the princess, and she's hot and adventurous, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what he sees in her, to be fair, but I'm not him, so...
Do you think you'll be acquitted?
You know I can't discuss that, Rotor. Give me the update on reconstruction.
Yes, Your Majesty. King Acorn's disaster plan was well thought out. Backup units for most of our heavy equipment were stored underground here at the jailhouse, miles from Knothole. Transportation is underway.
Daddy always thought ahead, except when Robotnik betrayed him.
You've done so well in this place, Princess.
Thanks, big guy. It's not easy being royal. Especially when the strict bylaws make you court-martial the one boy you... Truly... Excuse me, Rotor.
Of course. I mean, it's not like you almost wanted to, like, you know, get to know Knuckles again, and it's not like you kissed Jeffrey St. John. I mean, I saw all that shit with my own 2 eyes, but sure, I guess you love Sonic.
I've got to get a grip on myself and the situation. Okay, young lady, that's enough civil disobedience for today.
Princess Sally! I knew you'd come and pardon Sonic! Don't bet on it, kid.
I'm afraid not, Amy Rose. There are very serious charges against Sonic.
Told ya, queen takes pawn, checkmate!
And that's enough sarcasm from you. This child hangs on to your every word. Show some responsibility.
Look who's talking! You know I don't belong in this joint, Sally! Let me out!
No one is above the law, Sonic. Not even you. Is that clear?
What's clear is that this system stinks!
Save your emotional outbursts for court 9 a.m. tomorrow.
I still believe in you, Sonic! And another thing, the chili dogs here are stale!
Sonic the Hedgehog, you are charged with treason. We, the Kangaroo Court judges... The Kangaroo Court judges will decide if you are guilty.
And I will prosecute!
Hey, I recognized you two from my spinball adventure.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's kind of clever because they have the gavels, mallets. Only true Blue Sonic fans remember Hip and Hop from issue number 6. I do remember them. I just didn't remember them immediately. Also, if they're the jury, you guys did a real shit job at picking people who were impartial and unbiased.
There's no conflict of interest. You won't get any special treatment. Besides, we don't pronounce sentence. In this case, there's only one punishment. Banishment.
All right already! If you don't decide my fate, where's the big cheese who does?
Considering that this is meant to be a monarchy, wouldn't it be Sally? Yep. Shut the fuck up, Sally, the one you truly. Wait, if Antoine is the prosecutor, where's the defense? Oh, there she is, I guess.
Right here, Sonic. Let's begin, gentlemen. Bunny Rabbit, you will guard the prisoner.
Oh, never mind.
I sure will, Johannes.
Wow, Jesus Christ, you got a goddamn pizza cutter as in case he tries to escape? What the fuck? Come to order.
Huh, this is the thanks I got for saving your life?
Back in Sonic 3. Oh.
That's all new, sugar. And don't try to run. Don't try to run. Rhoda's fit my arm with a hedgehog hunter. Also, I'm just doing my job, baby. It's a mini-guided missile tuned to seek and destroy your unique physiological aura.
Huh, my pals.
Be seated.
Just doing my job, Sonic! I thought, honestly, Bunny should have said that too. Due to the effect of the billionth ring on Sonic's body. Okay, he made that pretty quickly, assuming that not a lot of time has passed since then, but okay.
The prosecution may begin.
That's a good point. If Antoine's the prosecution, where is Sonic's defense? Is he just representing himself? Does he not have the right to counsel? What the fuck is happening? Who has written this masterpiece? This was another Gallagher special.
Thank you, Your Majesty, and good day, Your Honors. I will be brief, as this is an open and shut case. This egomaniacal hedgehog deliberately disobeyed a royal decree from his own personal glory.
Your finger, move it or lose it.
I call my first witness.
Oh, wait. Oh, and so...
Aha! Then you do recall a council member. Ask for an investigation of Sonic.
Well, yes, but...
Thank you.
Pronounced 10Q in Antoinese? Yes, that is how you spelled it. Why did you need to... You can spell it however you want. Why did you feel the need to explain how it's spelled when you can... Alright, whatever.
So, you admit receiving the red alert from the princess because of Mecha Sonic? Yes, but thank you. It is fair to say many innocent lives have been lost if you and the others did not stop this maniac. Oh dear, yes, but thank you. Isn't it true that you charged this little badger $5 to join the Sonic fan club? Stop badgering the witness.
That was pretty good. That was a pretty good pun.
In conclusion, I call myself to the stand. I was the councilman who knew Sonic was dangerous. I was there when he burned our village.
Didn't he say something about being brief?
You've made your point, Antoine. Any rebuttal, Sonic?
You betcha! Stay where you are, Tin Soldier. You're my witness now.
This ought to be interesting.
Think of that! Meanest guy I ever met! Twan, you were assigned to guard the jailhouse, yet you failed to notice that the cell next to mine was empty.
Ah.
This felon should have been in there. Knack the Weasel, the guy who I claimed KO'd me. You were too busy to notice he's missing. Too busy playing your coronation jubilee. Celebrate food, music.
Antoine, is this true?
Why are you questioning this now? There is someone who put your hero in danger that Sonic accused, presumably the second that he was put in cuffs, and you guys are like, tell it to the judge. Wait till your day in court. Like, what the hell are you talking about? No worries, Aeon.
Well, you see, Your Highness, there is a lot to do. Run the dogs, pink hors d'oeuvres. We'll discuss this later.
All right, take these cuffs off and let's get to work.
I throw myself at the mercy of the road. Sorry, Sonic. Antoine may have misbehaved, but this trial is about you, not him. The kangaroo court judges will now cast their votes.
Guilty.
What?
Calm down, sugar.
Back off, Bunny. I could have shredded these cuffs any time, see?
What I see is someone asking for a whipping. Both of you calm down. This whole trial has everyone on edge. The verdict is in.
Well, it's wrong, and I'll prove it. Look, Sal, I know I'm brash at times, but I'm the most loyal freedom fighter you got. Give me time to vindicate myself, please.
I could delay sentencing for 24 hours, but that's all you get.
What? That's not how this... You presumably gave him enough time to gather his evidence anyway, and if not, then he should have had a legal defense that you didn't give him because you... Unless Sonic was like, I'll represent myself, which is the stupidest thing you could do. Yeah, the verdict is already in. What do you mean, delay sentencing? For what? Yeah, if you can do that, just pardon him.
That's great. One night's all I need.
Just remember, after 24 hours, sentence will be carried out. Rotor, have you got one of those wrist lock tracker devices?
Right here, princess! That's also not how this works. If you were gonna delay sentencing, he needs to go back in jail. I doubt Sonic's level of dumb to self-defense. Unless you are, I don't care how fucking intelligent you think you are, you need legal counsel. The stupidest thing you could do is represent yourself in court. It doesn't matter how smart you are. Even lawyers have lawyers.
Snap it on so we can monitor your whereabouts. Be back at dawn, and good luck, Sonic.
So say we all! Thanks, but I don't need luck. Just freedom to move.
Click.
Okay, sure, whatever.
Sonic the Hedgehog has been spotted on the edge of the Badland Mountains.
Password not read. No data inoperative.
So he is alive and back to normal. What's he doing up on the deserted? Is this remote cam monitor the only thing that works around here? Ever since those bombs went off in my Robotropolis, my supercomputer's been offline. Curses! It was all working out well. Mecha Sonic was my slave. I must give the little princess credit. Roboticizing Knuckles was a brilliant tactical move, one she'll soon pay for. My entire SWATbot fleet is working round the clock rebuilding my city. We've already hastily assembled a hot-wired nuclear power plant, and that's just the beginning. Soon, Planet Mobius will quiver beneath my ultimate weapon of destruction.
More of that coming soon. This is what I'm talking about. Assumedly, you're going to show us soon. The editor doesn't need to tell us. Even if you're kids, you don't need to tell us that you're going to explain more of it later on. Just explain it later on. It's so silly.
Well, if the computer won't triangulate its position, I'll do it manually. Do you see what I do, or not?
Yes, my lord of lard.
No need to worry about that hedgehog anymore. If he goes there, he'll never survive.
The Robo-Hobo Jungle. Supposedly this is where all of Robotnik's used and obsolete droids end up. They're supposed to be a pretty tough crowd. Well, all they gotta do is give me some information and no one gets hurt. I beg to differ, someone's getting hurt. You! Look who's here! The first Robotnik knack I ever encountered. Caterkiller! How nice to be remembered, but soon I'll be famous as the badnik who took you out. Sorry, but I never date anyone from work. I hope this rejection doesn't make you go to pieces. A sonic's been segmenting me. You recall me, don't you? Bad brain. He's all yours, Motobug. Thanks for dropping in, Sonic. I never did get a good shot at you in the old days. And I always thought my razor-sharp claws would quite make an impression on you. Your history, Hedgehog. Huh? Where'd he go? The hog is faster than the eye, T-ball. Or is it football? And it's up and it's good. But I'm bad. You're going down, courtesy of Splats. Get 'em, boys.
Bonus pin-up page, Sonic versus the classic Badniks. Hold on, but it doesn't seem like they have animal friends inside them, so they can't be Badniks, right? What if a kid thought this was the last issue? Am I gonna put the Mega Man comics in the public spreadsheet? Yes, eventually I will. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I don't have the time to do most things. I want to start publishing past streams. I just have not had the time. That's not how Badniks work in Archie, but why? Why is that not how it works in Archie? We were defining how that works. Eggpawns have Badniks too. They don't have animals. That's what we were discussing the other day.
Now you're not a classic. You're just plain sick. And it's gonna get worse unless one of you canaries decides to sing. No moss, no moss. What do you want to know? Please. Where can I find Knack the Weasel? Oh, how the fuck should we know? We've been here the whole time. The bounty hunter, do you know what he'd do to me? Would it be as painful as being keel-hauled at supersonic speed? You kiss the dirt in 2 seconds. Okay. Sure, I'll tell you. You'll never come back alive. Knock's hiding out at the bottom of the barrel bar and grill. The steadiest dive on Mobius. I'm going in.
BB&G.
Maybe I'm not. Look at the size of this muscle-bound gorilla.
Where are you going, punk?
Stand aside, Banana Breath. I got business with the weasel inside.
He ain't seeing nobody till Tuesday.
Ugh.
So why don't I just knock you into next week?
Ugh. That's as hard as I've ever been thrown. Let's see if the Big Ape likes the Big 8. My high-powered figure 8 move, that is. Coming at you, Coco.
Ooh.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Uh-oh.
It's almost done. My time's running out. No more monkeying around.
How is it almost done? Dude, you have a day. You have 24 hours for this to happen. What have you been doing since? How long was the trial? What is happening?
Monkey.
What the?
All you lowlifes hit the road. Except you, Knack. Up against the wall.
Bang wave.
Yes, sir, Sonic. Whatever you say. I've got my gloves up in the air. Of course, they're on sticks. My hands are down here holding my gas gun.
Ugh. No, not again.
Ha! I'm just too small for you, blue boy.
Oh, banana.
The gorilla's coming too, and he'll just take care of Sonic. But in this case, I'm blowing this pop stand on my ion-powered Sky Sled. And just to make double sure, I'll give old Blubberbolt a call. Number, please.
Sonic the Hedgehog, incapacitated. Is that what you said?
Yes, sire. A message is coming in on this old handheld unit.
Hello, Chubby Bubsy. Chubsy Ubsy. I know that voice. Knack the Weasel. What are you up to? No good, I assume. This is a one-time only Sunrise special, big boy. 2 million smackers for the location of unconscious Sonic.
But he could pinpoint the location anyway, right? Isn't that what I mean, whatever. Also, it's kind of weird that, like, Robotnik says that, like, oh, if Sonic goes to the old metal jungle, just scrap heap, whatever, he's never gonna make it out alive. Dude, you realize Sonic beat all those robots, right? Why would he be in trouble? It just, I don't know. His logic makes no sense to me.
It's a deal. Stop by for the cash. No way, Gutbag. Not after the way you treated me last time. Just transfer the funds to my account. I'll give you my PIN number. That's outrageous. How do I know Sonic is there? Why aren't you carrying him on your vehicle? Ah, that's another negatory. I've stirred him away twice, and each time I get a good thumping. First on Knuckles' floating island, and then at your place. The last thing I want on my sled is that Hedgehog. What was that last thing you said, Knack?
Sounded like thump. And now, back to our regularly scheduled program.
No, it can't be. Not him.
Oh, and now back to our regularly scheduled program.
No, I hate you, Hedgehog.
Calm down, Tubby. I'm here to discuss your insurance. I'm here to call about your extended warranty. I notice you've been rebuilding Robotropolis, but are you properly covered, Ivo? What if something unforeseen has happened? What's to happen? You never know. Some nut could send an ion sky sled into autopilot and send it to self-destruct.
What? No.
Can't be too careful these days.
5, 4, 3.
Are you threatening me with an oncoming armed weapon of destruction?
Good news, Master. The computer is working. It's detecting an oncoming weapon. Incoming armed weapon of... miles away.
I felt that. Are your sensors online yet?
Yes, I'm getting something! Another major explosion in Robotropolis! That'll cramp Robotnik's style!
But how did it happen? More important, the sun's coming up. Sonic is due back. Is his wrist tracker still transmitting?
There was until a few moments ago when that massive tremor shook everything up!
Don't worry.
Sonic!
Sonic!
Sorry about your gadget, Rotor. I had to pop out the windscreen and use it as a gas mask filter.
Okay, not sure that that's how that works, but sure. Bing! Also, that's something else that he broke the law on. You aren't supposed to do that. That's another violation of... I mean, I don't care if you are innocent. You're not supposed to do that. That's a violation of your parole. Temporary as it may be. Omnihog with the 5, thank you so much. The Freedom Fighters have been trying to reach Robotropolis about his Technomobile's extended warranty. Hello? Nicole?
And here's the creep who tried to gas me, Knack. He'll also confess to ambushing me in the gym and turning me over to Robotnik, right, Weasel Boy?
Get ready to do some hard time, mister.
Right.
You could just lie and be like, oh, I had nothing to do with fucking Sonic's disappearance. This shit is on him, not me.
I'll take him back to the jailhouse!
Thanks, Rotor, and thank you, Sonic. I've never been so glad to be wrong.
He didn't prove anything. Sonic didn't prove anything. He said at court. He said when he was captured. God, my cheeks look big. He said when he was captured. Knack did this. If you check the jail cell, you'll notice that Knack the Weasel isn't there, right? Did they never check the jail cell next to Sonic? Because that's where he was, apparently. Then all he does is find where Knack is, beat the shit out of him, bring him back, and they're like, oh, you were right. It was Knack. No shit. He wasn't in his cell anymore. Something you can verify yourself. Why did Sonic need to beat the shit out of him and bring him back? If you beat the shit out of anyone, they'd probably confess to killing their grandma, even though they're alive. This doesn't prove anything. I don't mind, like, suspending my disbelief, right, for, like, fantastical shit. And this is, I think, something that people don't understand about me or understand about, like, good writing, maybe, right? But you can have whatever the hell rules you want so long as they're established. I don't care that there's a purple weasel, a purple jerboa that they call a weasel. I don't care that there's a purple walrus that is very versed in mechanics and can build, like, just crazy shit. I don't care that there's a hedgehog that can turn golden with chaos emeralds and magic rings that give him whatever the fuck, right? But you can't then use that excuse to be like, oh, all logic doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Like, yeah, this is dumb, but it's not the good kind of dumb. That's exactly what I mean. Like, if you're gonna have rules, those rules should make sense, because then it's just like, it takes you, at least me, right? And I don't think that it's just me, and it shouldn't just be me, right? It takes you out of it because it's just like, okay, well then why didn't you do this other thing, right? Why is this how these things are being handled when per your own rules, you're saying that that's not how things work? I don't care that, like, Robotnik can make 1,000 machines in, like, 10 minutes. That's whatever, sure. Maybe it's a special ability he has. But when you tell me that, like, this is how they believe that Sonic is innocent, why? You know what I mean?
Come on outside. I'll make a public apology. I'll announce your
Oh, sorry, I thought that was Sonic.
Come on outside. I'll make a public apology. I'll announce your pardon and reinstatement.
That's not necessary. I'm just glad to be back on the team. I don't need any fanfare. There's too much work to be done.
You're my kind of freedom fighter, Sonic.
I don't know, Sonic. I'd be a little pissed. I'd be just the teensiest bit pissed. And I feel like Sally should be a little bit more insistent. I'm like, no, it's the right thing to do. You know, I should state a public apology, because honestly, it just kind of, her not admitting to her being wrong just makes her look less legitimate. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, Sonic's okay with you not issuing an apology, but just as I know that this has nothing to do with anything, and this is more pertaining to, like, real world politics, whatever, but, like, at the very least, the least you could do as the ruler of your people is be like, hey, I fucked up. He wasn't guilty. My bad. Like, regardless of how Sonic feels about it, as a leader, the very least you could do is that.
I wish everyone around here had your attitude.
Oh boy.
Okay, now listen up. After I give my acceptance speech, you play Hail to the Commander. Then the parade begins, and you march behind my float.
That sure was a comic. These sure are comics. Archie Sonic Quest issue 1 is after this, apparently. Archie Sonic Quest. Oh, fuck's sake, really? God damn it. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. What's happening? I guess we'll find out. And one shall save him. What? What is this following? What? Did I miss a page? Am I missing a page? Change current. I did. Didn't I? Oh, wait. This is issue 41. I didn't change the current issue. My bad. I just changed the next one.
Hey gods, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Once again, you must think you're so golden-eyed. You're so golden-eyeing me like this.
I spying.
Oh, Penders wrote this. Okay.
Since when was I ever subtle? Besides, with all the damage your city's been hit with, all I need to do is to get what I came for and run. Trying to bag me yourself is the real trick.
You've pushed your luck too far this time, Hedgehog. For once. I'm not interested in taking prisoners and roboticizing them. Fire!
Hoo-ha! You snooze, you lose. I got what I came for. My compliments on the hospitality. Hasta la vista, Doc.
How I really hate that hedgehog.
I better pour on the juice before time will run out for everyone.
Sonic, I take it you were successful. Well, if he wasn't, love, there's still one bloke you can depend on.
In your dreams, Clyde, this hedgehog takes his backseat to nobody.
Stop it, both of you. Stop it, both of you. You're like boys with toys. This isn't time for fun and games.
Jesus Christ, I feel like she's never been this apprehensive with Sonic, like, being apprehensive with someone else. She's always been like, Sonic, calm down, blah, blah, blah. But, like, now it's just like, oh, shut the fuck up, both of you.
Truer words were never spoken, Princess. In fact, it's even worse than I feared. I thought we stopped the zone of silence from collapsing last time, giving us a chance to rethink how to retrieve King Acorn. Using this component Sonic liberated from Robotnik, we have the missing piece necessary to make the neutralizer work.
Who did the art for this one? Not a fan so far. Kyle Hunter. Yeah, not a fan of some of these like, look how Sonic looks. Sally's eye is weird.
With it, we stand a chance of recovering King Acorn and saving a universe.
Not we, Rotor. This is my father we're talking about. We made it out last time by the skin of our teeth. There aren't any guarantees we'll do it again. No, I've got to do it this time alone. Beg your pardon, Princess, but it's your job to stay and lead. As a senior operative of the King's Special Services, it's my job to risk your life and limb.
Much as I hate to admit it, he's right, Sal. You have to stay and depend on yours truly to come through once again.
When she needs an amateur, mate, she'll let you know. This here's a job for grown-ups.
Who? You? Wake up and smell the coffee, pal.
Listen, I'm not going to split hairs with you, unless I have to.
Chill, dude. After all, if there's any splitting to be done, I'll be the split-second timing by the hedgehog. Delivering a splitting headache to the skunk. Have a migraine on me, pal.
That's your best shot, mate. I've been hit by pillows that were harder.
Ouch!
This isn't getting us anywhere, guys. You can settle this later. Right now, we have a job to do. Open the portal, Rotor.
This isn't over yet. Not by a long shot.
Anytime, anywhere, mate.
Oh, one more thing.
Also, like, he just had... Honestly, I'm not gonna be too harsh, because I'm not gonna say that I would do much better when it comes to, like, an over-the-shoulder perspective character. I seldom draw characters like that. But he's the fucking exorcist right now. Or no, he's not the exorcist, but he's the demon that the exorcist exorcised. He's Reagan right now. This feels like we have Spaz at home.
These jetpacks I've designed should handle maneuvering through the zone. However, I haven't had the chance to fully work out all the bugs, so be careful.
You gotta stop with these experimental machines, Rotor.
Be careful. Got anything more reliable?
Nothing that will get you through the zone like these will.
I think I hear some hen clicking.
Very funny, wise guy.
I thought so too. After you.
Good luck, gang.
We'll be back, Rotor. And don't forget to leave the light on for us.
Not to mention the welcome mat. Just come back safe and sound.
Oh, that is just the name of this comic. And one shall save him. I guess this is a continuation from, like, whatever the first comic where we met this guy was. Yo, what's up, Emmy?
I sense his arrival. Sonic the Hedgehog, the only foe to invade my domain and escape my wrath. He will not be so fortunate this time. Eh? What is it, Toady?
I beg your lordship's indulgence. It's been a while since the pack has been fed a decent meal. All they ask is for a crumb or two, sire.
Your groveling is impeccable as always, my fateful footstool, but your timing leaves a lot to be desired. However, I can be magnanimous and throw a few bones from this doggy bag. Waste not, want not, I always say.
Your generosity knows no bounds, sire.
They can repay me later after I...
Father, over here!
What did you say, Toady? Toady? That's not Toady.
Father, we haven't much time.
Stand your ground, all of you!
Father, don't you remember me? Your daughter?
My daughter!
To whom are you speaking to, my liege?
Toady? Where did you disappear to?
Disappear? I haven't gone anywhere, sire. I've always been here. Is something wrong?
That depends on whether or not I choose to believe what I think I saw. And if I'm correct as to do what it all means.
Oh, and if I'm correct as to what it all means. I was like, what was the sentence I just read?
Hey guys, I'm getting a funny feeling.
I don't blame you, love. What with hanging around the Hedgehog all the time.
Something stinks, all right, and I'll give you just 3.
Sonic, don't be rude. It was only Nicole trying to get my attention.
What? Okay, I have no idea what that meant or what just... sure. Was Pender's having a stroke when he wrote this dialogue? Like, something stinks all right, and I'll give you just 3. I'm assuming he was going to say guesses. And then Sally just says, Sonic, don't be rude. It was only Nicole trying to get my attention. Oh, because she was getting a funny feeling. But even that doesn't really make them... Whatever.
And not a moment too soon, Princess. My sensors are picking up some disturbing fluctuations in the magnetic field.
Oh! Fluctuations, did you say?
An early warning would be appreciated next time, Nicole. I tried, Princess.
Can't Nicole just talk whenever she wants? Why does she need to wait for... I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wait, what's this? This is the helmet your father was wearing when we last saw him.
But that would mean...
But you guys, didn't they see that? Didn't they see that the helmet came off? That's how they knew that the Night Dude was King Acorn? Did they just expect he was going to put it back? I mean, I guess to be fair, I guess they probably would have expected him to put it back on, but I don't know.
But that would mean...
Don't even think it, love. Not until we have all the facts.
Surrender, or else face the consequences!
I don't believe it.
Will you look at that?
This is so weird.
We're watching what happened last time, as if it was taking place right now.
That's not exactly a friendly way to start things off, bud.
I'm not your bud, pal, bro, or any other term you're suggesting You may use suggesting familiarity. I'm not your guy, pal. I'm not your buddy friend. I'm not your bro, cuh.
Maybe Nicole can explain. Of course I can. That is my function. Just what we need. A computer with wit.
Yeah, I mean, what? Just explain.
If you want charm, see me later.
What? Okay.
To answer your query, Dr. Robotnik's experiments have affected the quantum energy levels of the zone. By destroying energy at the basic atomic structure, he has created rips or holes, if you prefer. They are very vaginal in appearance. In effect, you have windows allowing you to view events that have already taken place, as well as events to come. So what we're seeing here is the image of what we experienced. Exactly.
But you knew that already. That was merely observable to the naked eye. You guys even said, hey, that's what happened last time. So to explain, hey, Robotnik did something that lets you see what happened last time. Oh, so we're seeing what happened last time? Yes. You even said so.
Now what, love?
Some sort of beggar walking among the stars.
Wait, what? Is there a page? Please, there's no way a page can be missing. These are normally 25 pages. What? Okay.
Some sort of beggar walking among the stars. There's a familiarity to his strut. He's collapsed.
Race, steady, Sal. We don't know if this is a rerun or a preview. Amazing. The same creatures we saw with your dad have come along.
Look at the page number 14, 13. Yeah, no, that's correct.
The same creatures we saw with your dad have come along and taken him to some sort of sanctuary. It's King Acorn. They're taking off his hood and...
Oh.
They're taking off his hood and it's King Acorn.
I think the operative word is had, love.
Oh, they have Daddy!
I think the operative word is had, love. Look, they're bringing him to a vast furnace. Why can't we hear anything? Nicole...
Why can't we hear anything? Nicole? All evidence supports Mr. St. John's opinion that we are watching events that took place some time ago.
Yes, you have explained this already. It stands to reason that this is the case. I mean, granted, I know that you're trying to determine whether or not this is what you already saw, or if this is something that already happened, or if this is happening now. But considering that you know that he has armor on now, I think it stands to reason that this shit happened before.
The further back an event took place, the less real it seems.
They're fitting him with armor, the same armor we found him in. Is this happening now, or did this happen before?
Even here, his regal bearing shows through. Look at how they present him with his helmet. I wonder if this is happening now, or if this happened before. And now it looks like a storm is coming.
And there's the king, leading his troops to safety. Man, there's no way to know if this happened before, if this is happening now.
Wait, the storm isn't any image. It's real. Hang loose!
Okay, to be fair, okay, I retract my statement. But why? Why would this be happening now? Whatever.
Doesn't anybody believe in soft landings? Hey, Sal. Sal? How about you, St. John? No answer. Now I know I'm in trouble.
There's only one thing you need to concern yourself with right now. You better hope you lived a good life, because my judgment is final.
Ugh.
This is one time, Sonic the Hedgehog, where you can't outrace your fate.
I hope Jeffrey didn't live. My will to fight the night.
I'm not sure I'm even in the running.
I am the master of this domain, and you will submit your will in service to me, or you will be one sorry hedgehog.
How about we flip for it? Heads you win, tails I do. Sally, St. John, what are you doing here?
Saving you, presumably? Or, I mean, we were on this... Okay. What a weird question. It's not a stupid one, it's just a really weird question.
You alright, mate? You've been here with us. Get with the program. The zone is collapsing, Sonic, and I'm afraid there isn't a thing we can do to stop it. With us being drawn into that cosmic whirlpool, we'll be lucky to save ourselves, let alone my father.
There's gotta be a way out for everyone. Maybe Nicole has a suggestion.
That is the most intelligent thing you've said this entire comic, Sonic.
Well, Nicole, do you? Nicole? I'm processing. Well? Try prayer.
Oh, this is just stinkum. Screw machine. If only our jetpacks worked.
Interesting point. Just why aren't the jetpacks working? Essentially, they're out of fuel.
Did they use fuel before? Is my Jeffrey accent Australian? I'm gonna need to really make it Australian now, because I wasn't entirely... People did say that he was Australian, but I was like, I don't know. He has some expressions that seem more British than Australian, but even just him saying dinkum, I'm like, okay, no, you're Australian.
Well, as good as... Well, yes, that's as good... Oh. Well, yes, that's as good as an explanation as any, I suppose. Any way we can recharge them? Only if you are able to access energy with a positive charge.
Can't run on just anything, Figgies.
Wait, what's that? King Acorn's minions. They're heading into the whirlpool.
Whatever it is, we got plenty of company. Oh, sorry, I read that out of... whatever. Fine, I read that out of order.
I just thought of something, guys. The neutralizer is a source of positive energy.
Isn't that a good one? We have a choice between getting us out of here or preserving the zone and remaining here.
I mean, not necessarily. You have jetpacks that can, like, guide you back to the exit, right? Oh, right. Preserving this. Okay, you have a choice between getting more fuel or saving the zone. Okay, sorry.
Perhaps I can make the choice for you. Give your device to me and I may let you live. Refuse and no one gets out of here.
Father, we haven't much time.
Stand your ground, all of you.
Father, don't you remember me? Your daughter?
My daughter?
It's no use, Sal. He doesn't remember. He's been here so long it's affected his memory. Only one chance, if St. John is game.
Well, I can handle anything you can think of, and then some.
My patience is wearing thin. You won't succeed by trying to confuse me.
Now!
Jeffrey, what?
Forgive me, sire. I'm not sure Sally will after this.
Jeffrey, you're using the neutralizer to power my jetpack. What about the inhabitants of this zone?
It ain't over till the fat lady sings, and she hasn't started yet.
What about Sonic?
He's a big boy, love. He'll be right fine.
My, aren't we the hero? There's only one thing you need to concern yourself with right now. You better hope you've lived a good life, because my judgment is final.
Oh, I guess I kind of see what was happening. Kind of.
Enough! This is one time, Sonic the Hedgehog, where you can't outrace your fate.
I'm not even sure I'm in the running.
I am the master of this domain, and you will submit your will in service to me, or you will be one sorry hedgehog.
Ever get the feeling we already went through this? Ha 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 ha.
How about we flip for it? Heads you win, tails I, juice like I never have before. I'll take that. Hi-ho, Black Beauty, away!
I'll say this for him, princess. He's got style.
He does at that.
Activate the neutralizer, St. John. We've got a universe to save.
All in a day's work, mate. Ready or not.
This one's
for all the marbles.
Rotor! The portal!
Way ahead of you, Tails! Is everyone alright?
Get Dr. Quack immediately, Rotor. We've got a very important patient waiting for him.
What the hell is with the inconsistent with his quills?
I had a haircut while I was in there. What about the creatures in the zone? Did the neutralizer save them?
Everything turned out just fine for them, as it will for all of us one day.
So where are they? Oh, that's just how this ends? Weird, because normally it would say the end or something, but there's not another page. Am I missing a page? Why did people like these, dude? No offense, but these are kind of ass. These are pretty ass. But I stop holding on my phone when I say Nicole? I don't know.
You heard it gets good later? Well, I mean, sure. I don't doubt it, but man, these have been like, Jesus, 4 years of it being not great. So it's just like, I really have to wonder why it was allowed to run this long. I guess kids thought they were fun. I don't know. I don't really think they're really that fun. I remember this one. Yeah, it looks like a Game Gear box. That's pretty cool. The Death Egg Saga, Sonic Quest, #1. December. Yep, that checks out. We're already at 4 years. Yeah. This stream has been stinker after stinker. It really has been. This is legitimately the one time that Sonic and Jeffrey actually worked together. By the way, issue 41 is pretty bad. Penders cannot write. Yeah, I was pretty bad. I was pretty bad. Welcome to the last comic of 1996. Yep. And it might be the last comic of the stream, too. Sonic Quest, #1, The Death Egg Saga. I think this is a good one? Question mark.
The planet Mobius was like a paradise, with the benevolent King Acorn as its ruler, until the coming of the evil Dr. Ivo Robotnik. He conquered the land and its people, using his knowledge of technology and pollution. But many young, courageous citizens banded together as a brave group of freedom fighters. They struggled to overthrow the dictator and one day regain what was once theirs. Among them, the greatest of the freedom fighters is the fastest and way coolest dude on 2 feet, Sonic the Hedgehog. Robotnik had banished King Acorn into the mysterious Zone of Silence. There he remained until recently rescued by Sonic, Princess Sally Acorn, and Jeffrey St. John. Leader of the rebel underground. Having saved the king, the freedom fighters look forward to setting things straight again. But things are not always what they seem.
Ah, good. Mike Gallagher. Ding, 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 ding.
Dawn breaks quietly over the secret village of Knothole, home of the freedom fighters of Mobius. Only a faint rustling of leaves interrupts the morning calm. Slowly, a pair of eyes appears within the bushes. Ever so cautiously, a face emerges from the foliage. Jeffrey St. John, the renegade skunk, lunges forward and makes a beeline for a nearby hut, confident that he hasn't been seen. Wrong.
Swoosh! Sonic the Hedgehog! Going somewhere unauthorized, stink pot?
Okay, this is interesting art.
Step aside, spine swine. I was asked to come here. Is that so, Odor Eater? By who?
By me, Princess Sally Acorn, leader of the freedom fighters. Both of you, knock it off!
What do we need him for, Sally? You plan to fumigate?
Insolent cur. I was once the elite royal guard of King Acorn himself.
Now follow me into the cottage.
And you may soon eat.
And you may soon be again, Jeffrey. For though our king has returned, he is not in the same condition since last you saw him.
Your Majesty, what has happened?
Salvage cycling mockingbirds in the wooden water.
Jesus Christ. The fuck? Didn't we see something that was like this already? I think we did.
Oh, Jeffrey, so much has happened. Kuma with the 5, thank you so much.
Archie is like the 2010 Sonic era in the same way of, how did they let it get this bad for this long? Yeah. Nah, he dry as fuck. Give that man some milk. Give him a bath.
Oh, Jeffrey, so much has happened around here. I don't even know where to begin. The evil Dr. Ivo Robotnik managed to roboticize our premier freedom fighter into Mecha Sonic.
What the fuck does that have anything to do with what's happening to King Acorn?
Most of Knothole was burned to the ground. Sonic was court-martialed but eventually cleared of all charges. Reconstruction got underway. That's not what happened. Both of them said guilty. You didn't say yup. I just read the comic. Not long before that, a vicious earthquake struck Robotropolis during a raid. We barely escaped.
Okay, I think he would have heard about all this. I don't know why you need to recap. I feel like he would have heard about all this. But sure, give us a recap. That was a really small but fast retcon. Yeah.
And all this before you, me, and Sonic recovered my father, King Acorn, from the Zone of Silence, where he was being held captive by Dr. Ivor Robotnik, and the Zone of Silence could let us see things that were in the past, except sometimes they were happening in the future or in the present, but you were there, and then you saved me, and then Sonic saved my father, and now we're here. On second thought, I probably shouldn't have explained that last part. As you can see, the king's condition has gotten worse. Dr. Quack was able to temporarily stabilize him, but he still remembers nothing. He's disoriented, delusional, and strangest of all, his skin is crystallizing. For this and other security reasons, we've not revealed his return to the general populace. We can't risk panic, and that's where you come in, Jeffrey.
Christ.
We need you to guard the king and maintain the secret. Will you reassume your position as elite royal guard while we try to restore his health?
Did he... I mean, I feel like his position was never... He was never stripped of his position. He always had the position, right?
Without hesitation, Your Majesty. I shall pose myself in the front door, and no one shall pass. My lips are sealed.
Could you seal off your stench, too?
Sonic. Oh dear, your dad is looking mighty poorly. Yes, Bunny. Isn't there something you can do, Rotor?
Hard to say. King Acorn must have adjusted to the radical atmosphere in the Zone of Silence. Now our air seems to be adversely affecting him.
It sure is. Look at his skin. The king looks like he's turning into a Chaos Emerald. You know...
Please shut the fuck up.
The kind we usually see in zones along with magic rings!
The same zones you enter when you play Sonic on your Sega system.
The ones that we found on the floating island or whatever. Arlo! We saw no Chaos Emeralds or magic rings in the Zone of Silence. I wonder why. We don't have any emeralds handy but Sonic. We don't have any emeralds handy, but...
There really should have been a punctuation there.
But Sonic...
Way ahead of you, Sal. I'll bring my 1 billionth magic ring that I had mounted. Let's see if it has any effect on the king.
Sally, how stands not...
Seemed to help. For a moment, anyway.
Oh, that was him coming back to his senses? I thought that was just him naturally.
Indeed! Magic rings may hold the key to His Majesty's cure, but Sonic's ring is uniquely his own, and its power tuned to him. We need new, unused magic rings, as many as we can find and fast. Only then can we possibly save King Acorn.
Well, Sonic should know how to make them per that one comic we read, and if not, he knows where to get more per plenty of comics we've read beforehand.
How are we all gonna do that? It takes time to search those dangerous zones and collect magic rings. We could wind up in worse shape than the king.
No, you wouldn't. It's pretty easy. Sonic has done it before plenty of times, and I think Tails has been there too, and I know Knuckles has been there, so if anything, Knuckles is tight with King Acorn. You could just ask, hey, we brought King Acorn back. You understand. Help us get to... Actually, why don't they just bring King Acorn to the floating island on a plane? Knuckles has a Chaos Emerald, and then just, like, I don't know, whatever magic bullshit happens there.
Not necessarily, Bunny. There are places where rings can be obtained without entering a zone. Gosh, Sally, do you mean the Lake of Rings? Legends say those waters bubble with mystical gold bands. Yes and no, Tails. You're referring to the power...
Good fucking God, stop!
You're referring to the power ring
grotto bordering Robotropolis, a putrid little pond where Sonic and Knuckles the Echidna tangled not too long ago. But their epic battle may have permanently sealed the grotto's subterranean ring source. No one knows for sure yet. However, the true Lake of Rings was only recently discovered when we battled Robotnik's Combots deep in the Great Forest. The hidden pond that Sonic dove into just before he temporarily lost his super speed powers was the only one the legends speak of. Both areas must be investigated. I'm dividing us into 3 groups. Antoine and Bunny will head for the Lake of Rings in the forest. Sure enough. Sonic and Tails will explore the Ring Grotto near Robotropolis.
Rightio.
Yes, ma'am!
Honestly, Sonic looks pretty cool in this pose. I kind of like it. This panel is pretty good. And this panel isn't that bad. The one on the left isn't pretty bad, but I like the one on the right a lot.
Rotor and I will stay here and try to keep the king comfortable. That way, I have carte blanche to make out with Jeffrey St. John however much as I please. Move out, freedom fighters. There's no telling what evil Robotnik is up to.
At that moment. That Antoine might be an emote. Nah, it's okay. You should already know how this works. Yeah, fair enough.
Snively, the time has come for me to ascend. Goodbye.
He just T-poses and, like, goes to heaven.
I'm turning over to the rebuilding of Robotropolis to you. Make it so.
Yes, your copulus.
God damn, Snively, what happened to you?
But are they ready for you up above?
Indeed they are. Observe. We're right on schedule. I don't want to be there when it becomes I want to be there when it becomes operational. When we retreated up there during the recent Mobian earthquake, they were a little behind, but I kicked those little behinds. Now they're back on track. Let that be a lesson to you, Snively.
Yes, my Lord of Lord.
You're in charge. Don't let it go to your head.
At last! Okay, SWATbots, stop reconstruction, start waiting on me hand and foot. I want a hot bath, manicure, massage, and bonbons in bed. Also, design me a shiny new uniform and change the signs to say Snivopolis.
Shouldn't he be sending us on perimeter patrol to detect intruders? I think you're right, Kevin. Wait, I'm not Kevin. Kevin was my brother. He died a long time ago, as well as his girlfriend Jenny. Wait, Jenny is also my name. I'm Kevin Jr. How can you be Kevin Jr. if Kevin Sr. was your brother? Kiss me. Okay.
Intruders like that
infernal hedgehog named...
Sonic! We're on the outskirts of Robotropolis! Shouldn't we be approaching the Power Ring Grotto?
10-4, little buddy. Remember what Sally said. After I became Supersonic and battled Hyper Knuckles around here, this area was forever changed. Rotor doesn't have any current data.
That's because the recent multiple bombings of Robotropolis reduced our remote camera to slag. See? So we'd better be prepared for anything.
You can say that gosh, I wasn't prepared for this. The entire surface of the grotto has been sealed underneath a dome of impenetrable steel.
Holy pepperoni! When and how did this happen?
I don't know, but I do know someone who might. Just west of here in the Mobian Cliffs lies a colony of airborne freedom fighters. Their leader is a big bruiser of a bird named Carl Condor.
Why don't I wait here and keep an eye on the dome while you contact him?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I'll be back in a flash. No copyright infringement intended.
You can say the word flash. Okay, you goddamn weirdo. Is that what Flash says? I'll be back in a flash?
Yipe! The dome is retracting! Something's going down! Me too! Down into these bushes for cover, that is! Look at that! A giant tube is dropping out of the clouds! And it's inserted itself into the grotto! They could just show these things. Meanwhile, I say something else, but I guess I just have to narrate what's happening on screen!
On panels, on paper, I guess.
Yo! It's vacuuming up all the magic rings in the water! But to where? And why? I better get Sonic to help me answer those questions because I can't do it myself! I could just follow the rings if I just took the tube, but fuck it, I guess.
Yo! The tube came out of the pond, but it's still ingesting things, including me! No offense, but this situation sucks! Oh, he almost said sucks. That's pretty edgy. Meanwhile,
I ought to be able to spot Carl Condor from this outcropping, unless old Eagle Eye spots me first. Hello, low. Ugh. What's with the sun? I didn't know we were due for a solar eclipse. I'm sure Rotor would have known about this and mentioned it to me. Besides, there's something not quite right about the object passing in front of the sun. If I could just get a good look at it. That sure doesn't appear to be a heavenly body. It almost looks oval-shaped, like a huge floating... What was that sound? Now what? Another shape floating across my field of vision, but much faster.
You're doomed, Hedgehog!
What the? It's Carl Condor, but he's been roboticized.
is Carl Condor the same, like, old dude that, like, we met that one time? That, like, Sonic befriended? You don't remember which issue, but it was at the end of one of his solo stories? Wait. What are we talking about? Oh, that was Cyrus. That was Cyrus. I think you're right. Penders actually either thinks he writes dialogue for a book and not comic, or he really thinks that kids are that stupid or interested in his narration. Well, it's funny because I don't think Penders wrote this, right? This was Gallagher, I think, who wrote this. So this wasn't Penders at all. Right? Yeah, Mike Gallagher wrote this. Although this is very Penders-esque writing, I will say. Out of his element and visually impaired from squinting at the sun, the battle ends quickly, while up above, the unknown object moving across the sky almost seems to be watching. Apparently, it likes what it sees. A lifeless Sonic being borne aloft in the mechanical talons of Carl Condor. Well, he's not dead. He's not exactly lifeless, but I know what they mean.
Excellent. You operated the intake tubes quite well, SWATbot. It drained the grotto of its remaining magic rings. More than enough to initiate Operation Operational.
Thank you, round one.
But what's this? You failed to discontinue ingestion after removing it from the water. As a result, several tons of debris were taken aboard the vessel. This excess weight and the time it will take to separate it from the rings will delay my schedule.
I only meant to be thorough.
You're not thorough. You're through. Down the garbage chute you go. Join the rest of the trash.
Okay, I will say I like this page just because it really shows why Robotnik is so, like, powerful. Like, he can actually just beat the shit out of his robots in one fell swoop.
Bah! I don't need any mindless mechanical minion to assist me. This penultimate moment belongs to it belongs to Ivo Robotnik alone. The countdown to my final victory has begun. Soon, every living thing on planet Mobius will be roboticized, and I shall watch every dastardly, delicious moment from up here, perched high above the doom world in this, my ultimate weapon of destruction. The Death Egg.
To be continued in Poached. Very nice. I wish I had water. All right. Well, that all sucked ass. That was not a good time. But you know what? It looks like we're about to enter a new era, maybe. I hope it gets decent. Don't know if it will, but you know what? You got raid options? Lay them on me right now. I hope, like I said, I really, really, really hope it gets better. I don't trust it. But yeah, I love you all. I will see you guys. Oh, wait, no. Wait, what's today? Thursday? I will not see you tomorrow. I will see you guys on Monday because I have an outing tomorrow. I will see you guys on Monday. But either way, I do love you all. How many options do I want? You know, pick one. Just random one. Whoever one you think fits the best. You missed when Sonic died. Me too. Tomorrow we start the 1997 comics and we'll likely get to Sonic Live. Well, don't know if that's a good thing, but you know what? It was only a first issue of Sonic Quest, but I think it's better than Fleetway's adaptation of the N Knuckles plot. I mean, they're very different, I feel like. It's interesting. They have an interesting setup to it, but it remains to be seen if they land, if they stick the landing. I think Ayan might have said something already, or no. Besides when I screamed slag. That's okay. I mean, I did start very late today, so no worries. You miss speed lines. I kind of do too. Elise Neve. Murders. Oh, sure. Oh, thank you, Greg. I appreciate that. Thank you, Greg. Elise Neve. All right, let's say hi to Elise, and I do need to get going. Be kind to yourselves and each other. I love you all, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye, everybody.